Hello YouTube, in this video I'm going to give you a very easy way to tell if someone is natural or not. So as we all know, building muscle takes a long time. But for certain people, you will have facilities developing certain muscles because they're going to respond that much better. This is what we call having a genetic gift in bodybuilding, being very gifted in a specific area of your body. That being said, usually, even if you are very talented and you have a good potential for bodybuilding, you will have a few, maybe one or two muscles that are like this, that grow without much work. But as natural, to get big, you will have to put in the work. And it's work that you're gonna remember, meaning that it's going to be something that's painstaking, that you're going to have to do all the time, and that's going to be an accumulation of reps, sets, and a lot of volume. So an easy way to tell if someone is enhanced and lying about it is that they're not able to explain muscle size. And there are certain muscles that are especially suspicious in that regard. And they are the upper chest, the traps, the shoulders, and the upper back. All of these areas as a whole, as naturals, require either to be extremely genetically gifted or a ton of work to develop. I would even add the arms in there, but I will explain later why the arms is a bit different. I have seen, because I've been on YouTube Fitness for a long time before I made that channel, a ton of young men who start their channel who are clearly enhanced and who get questioned about it. For example, someone will ask, how did you get your traps to grow so big? And the answer will be, oh, I don't know, I just do pulls, or oh, they just grow. This is a dead giveaway, they just grow. Your muscles don't just grow as natural. You will have to go through a progression. You're going to have to put on more weight, and you're going to have to do it for a long time. For me, I didn't wake up one day with massive biceps and just think, oh, they just grew. No, I know for a fact that they grew because I worked them so much. And it's the same for every single part of my body. I have zero body parts that just grew. Some of them were gifted, they grew fast, but I can explain how they grew. I can tell you the exercise. That's another thing. And it's the reason why there's really no reason or anything to learn in following fake natties. They can't even explain how they got big. So they can't teach you because the recipe is something entirely different. It has nothing to do with training. It has everything to do with what they take. This is why those people, especially young men, are sort of taken aback when you question them, when you ask them, what exercise do you do for your traps? What do you do? Because they don't know. They got the size, but they don't have the knowledge behind that. Which also means that when they stop taking those products, all of that muscle is going to go away because they didn't know how to get it in the first place. This is also why, and it's also why it's so pernicious and vicious, because someone who got big naturally knows how they got big. So they can tell you how they did that. I could talk to you for 30 minutes about arm training because it's one of my passions and it's something I've been doing for almost a decade now. And that's knowledge that I'm able to give to you and share with you so we can discuss. But if I was enhanced and I just got big arms just by virtue of me taking products, how sad is that you have nothing to pass on to other people? Because there is nothing there, it's fluff. In my language, we have a word for it, it's gonflette, it's fake muscle. Of course, there's no such thing as fake muscle, but for me, behind the muscular physique, there should be the knowledge of how to get there. For the benefit of everyone in this fitness and bodybuilding community. So that's how you can pinpoint if someone is a fake natural. I said I would talk about arms. The reason why I say that certain areas are dead giveaways is because they have a ton of androgen receptors. So when you take products, they blow up. Like those guys get big shoulders and big traps doing nothing. Those areas just grow naturally. Same for the upper chest. The reason why arms is different is because some people will not have massive measurements, but because of the length of the limb, the arm is going to look big. That being said, I've also noticed that the arms tend to respond very well to that type of hormonal environment. And again, for me at least, I've always noticed that the natural bodybuilders I've encountered who had big arms were older men who had been in the game for a long time. There are certain body parts that you can get fairly quickly to be relatively big to an extent, like your legs, for example. Getting big quads, if you have good genetics there, can be fast. But arms, it's like an old man's game. It takes a while to build those big biceps, triceps, long head. So when you see a literal kid, with like 18 inches arms out of nowhere, and you ask him and he tells you, oh, I curl 20 pounds, that's a dead giveaway. So that was the video for you guys. Let me know if you've experienced the same thing. But for me, the inability to explain muscle size is a clear sign that that person is not to be trusted. Have a good day. Thank you for watching.